Hey everyone! Today is a super exciting day. I'm thrilled to finally share with you the free demo of my game, Beast vs. Undead. It's a fantasy turn-based strategy game, inspired by Heroes of Might and Magic, Age of Wonders, and Disciples. But it does a few things differently. In this game you can swap equipment, armor, weapons, and even mounts for your units, unlock new abilities, and there's much bigger focus on warlords fighting directly in battle. I'm a solo hobbyist game dev, and this is my biggest passion project. I make this game simply because I love it. I'm not expecting anything from it. It helps me grow, learn, and stay up to date with the newest Unreal Engine tech. And that's already awesome for me. I still work full time in the industry, so my time is pretty limited, but whenever I can, I put in the hours during weekends and late evenings, because apparently I'm insane. What's in this demo? This demo features a work in progress world map and a story mode. You can explore, fight, and try to beat the AI. Or can you beat the AI? There's also a battle editor where you can play standalone pre-configured battles. You can play as one of four warlords: Bone Lurker, Fleshshackle, Necromancer, or Graveweaver. Each of them has unique abilities, weapons, and mounts. You can collect these and unlock them as you level up. Quick note about the state of the game. This is still work in progress. Animations, models, and mechanics are not final yet. But the core skeleton of the game is there, and I feel like the hardest part is behind me. Mobile version. Oh yes, you can also play the game on your phone. I'm currently testing it on a Samsung S24 FE. Before that, I ran it on an S20. If you have an older phone, just make sure it's not overheating too much while you play. Feedback bug reports. It would really help me if you could send feedback or report bugs. There's a button inside the game that will take you directly to the feedback form. Want to support the project? If you enjoyed the demo, feel free to check out my Patreon or my website. I post CG tutorials, development updates, and my main goal is to bring this project to life. Your support would mean a lot and would help me to make this game even better. There isn't a full tutorial in-game yet, so feel free to follow along as I play and learn the systems together with me. Enjoy the adventure and let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, here we're starting the game. And first what you can do is you can go to the options and reduce the music. You can change resolutions, you can change the settings of the game. You can reset the settings. Yes, it's really up to you here. Those menus should be all working here. Especially the resolution thing. Something you might want to play with if the game looks weird on your machine. Now here you can choose who you want to play as, and there's 4 of them that's unlocked right now. You could play as a skeleton who's going to be melee, or you could play as a zombie, which is going to be stronger but slower. Necromancer, or Graveweaver, which is kind of like a mage. So Graveweaver, we have only one map available, and here we are. So apparently there's some undead lurking around, I mean barbarians. So we're here to defeat them. So we're exploring the land, and you just click, and apparently those guys saw this barbarian, and now you can have them join your army. So if you just click those arrows there, you can move it up and down. And you can even rearrange the army like this. So just click on one of the arrows. I think you'll figure it out. It's pretty simple, just for mobile. Here you can pick up some potion. And we can go to the underground. As we're going to underground, there is a necromancer there that greets us. And she's warning us about some big spider. And she also wants to join us, so we don't have to, we can fight her, but joining is better. So we're clicking around and we can see some monsters here. So if we click on them, we can attack them. We can auto battle or manually battle, and manually is better usually because the results are more predictable. But if you don't have time, you can auto battle. So here, classical battle map, you can just move your units around, have some abilities. Right now your units don't have any abilities. Oh, okay, those ones have because they're level 3, but so this is like a classic slowdown spell. And we can attack those guys. Those are like all ranged attacks. There's some close-ups in game. You could disable them. Or you could keep them for now. And here we go. So if those close-ups are frustrating, you can actually go into the options and reduce them. You can reduce their chance to 10% or just 0. There you go. So battle's finished. There's no loots, no one died, all good. Now we can pick up those things. And we keep going. Some monster here and they want to fight by your side. So in that case you press adopt and press the arrows. And you can just have them join. There's some equipment that you found. Unfortunately I don't think anyone can use it. Because we're using mages. And the ghouls can't really use equipment, unfortunately. Fight those guys. Usually tells you if it's easy or hard battle. In this case, it's gonna be very easy. So you can summon bats here for diversion. And those guys are pretty good. Let's see. Unfortunately, bats are very weak. It's like the weakest unit, so just there for diversion. Alright, so we beat those guys as well. Let's see how... There's no loots, unfortunately, but there is this. This is really powerful. Staff. Staff of Fire. So this is something that we can actually equip. So if you go to your army, you could pick a unit like a mage of some sort, like a Necromancer, and you can just switch weapons. And so if you have enough of them, it will show here. And now she's using that staff, so you'll see in the next battle. Also, you know, if you want to edit your army, you can, and you could split it. So you could move them down, and you could transfer like some number up, and then you can move them sideways and move them up again. I know it's not like drag and drop, but maybe at some point I'll figure it out. For now, it's just arrows. So this is the resurrection potion, so if you lose units in a battle, then you can resurrect them after that. So unfortunately those ghouls, they can't equip any weapons. And there should be information about it here, if you click on them, but unfortunately I don't think it's there. They have some cool abilities, but no, they can't use weapons. So let's try that spider, and it's gonna be super tough, but you can try. So there's 5 of them. Oh no, we're doomed. Now we can try slow them down. That always helps, especially with ranged abilities. So you can see that stuff, but yeah, they're kind of far and it's gonna be challenging. Hopefully those guys can help us. Sometimes there's less spiders there. I don't know if I chose the right difficulty level. They're very powerful. Alright, let's try it. Yeah, as you can see, they're not something to mess with. Unfortunately, they also like to target units that are weaker. Because AI is not that horrible. So we can cast another diversion spell. Always helps to have some more units around, even as targets. Gains us a turn. Yeah. Just looks like we're kind of losing here. But let's see. Alright. So here we go. I might have made those spiders a bit too powerful. Especially in the beginning, when you play. Alright, that's looking promising. So if it comes to this kind of situation, what you can do is you can just defend yourself. And because this is your warlord, he's more powerful than a regular unit. You can identify him as a cape. And look now. He's taking less damage, right? So you could play with that a little bit. Still a lot of damage, but those guys are pretty much done at this stage, so... Somehow we won. It wasn't easy. Now, what you can do is resurrect your units. Because you have that resurrection potion, and that really helps. So nothing was lost, and we got some resources. Very cool. So you can just leave the underground now. And go back to that land of green. And in the land of green there is a turn-based system. In the dungeon there wasn't really. So that's another thing I was messing with. Now this is gonna be boring, so let's just auto it. We lost one gold, that's fine. But that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you do auto battle you can lose a random unit if it's easy. So let's go. And there's some stuff going on here. There's an enemy here, but we won't get to him this turn. So unfortunately he's scared of us, so he's running away. Because he knows we're more powerful than him, but we're gonna get him. Let's get him. He's threatening us, but we're still gonna get him. Looks like he has those bears. And he himself is some kind of a warlord as well. We could just wait, I guess. Alright, now those bears, they need some animation touch-up for their walking. This is perfect, look at this. They can hit 2 units at once with that. Hopefully we can finish those guys off. Okay. Let's just get the bears out of the way first. Alright, that looks promising. Yeah, he's a bit tough, but not tough enough. Oh man. Alright, there you go. Nice one. Let's get some bats in action as well. Alright, at least he wasted a turn killing them. He's a tough guy, huh? Not tough enough for us, though. I think he's done at this stage. Finish him. There you go. So here we go. We won another battle with the enemy. Can resurrect our Necromancer because she's nice. Has a nice stuff. We leveled up, nice. That means there's going to be some new ability, probably. So I'm going to increase the range and hit points. Other units leveled up as well, it seems like. Alright, let's keep going. So there's this intersection here, it's pointing that there's a city up north. So I'm just gonna go up north. And there's some skeletons here on the way. Let's end the turn. And yeah, okay, that's an easy battle, let's just auto it. Oh, nice. We got some nice armor here, I can see. So right now, if we go to our main character, and we can equip that armor, because he's compatible with it. We can also change weapons, but in this case, his weapon is good. So you see he now changed the way he looks completely. He's wearing like a light armor now, and he has a bear skull now. Which I guess is kind of cool. And now we're going for that city. Let's attack it. So this is the city battle. It's basically the same, except there's some walls. Right now you can't really destroy them. There is some guard towers, but I think right now there's a bug that they're not showing. So I'll fix it soon. I can spawn bats to get them going. The skeletons with bows. Right, so I have this new awesome ability now. Check this out, that's the Necromancer spell at level 2. Those guys have cool abilities, they can eat bodies and get strong, but they're still not there. So sometimes you can't really see too well in this case. And if that's the case, and I might just do it automatic with the city battles, or if there's more units on the screen, you can just switch to top-down view and then you will see better. So some people might prefer that, it's just you see less of the environment, but you know, whatever makes it easier. More like a top-down view, but you can still see things in those close-ups that kind of immerse you a little bit more. As long as there's not too many of those close-ups. I was actually thinking maybe the close-ups should only trigger when the unit is dying, but still haven't got there yet. There you go. Alright, let's get in there. And we pretty much got it at this stage. Alright, so he's finished. Let's see what we've got now. So we conquered the city, very cool. No more resurrections, unfortunately. So the city is completely empty, and we can buy some structures in there, but we can't afford them because we don't have enough stone or something. Same for this structure. So yeah, now the city is not ours until we put some units in it. So we can actually transfer a ghoul to the city, and then now this says that it's ours. So you can see that it revealed more of the map. And it has a flag on top, but we can't really see it here. Anyway, if you now go to your buildings, you would see it in there. So we're gonna try to conquer this building because it might help us with the stone problem. This is automatic now. So let's end the turn and let's get in there. And this one's just unprotected building, like some kind of a marketplace. You can buy weapons here and stuff. In this case we don't have anything we can use. Units for hire not available yet. So let's put our guy in there as well. Just one ghoul. So it's ours, yes. And now what we can do here, because it's a marketplace, so those buildings are now showing under our buildings. We can go and trade. We can buy guard towers. And we can trade resources if we click here, and we have a lot of gems but very little stone, and gems are very expensive, so let's just convert them to stone. Just keep pressing on plus here and we're gonna have enough stone to buy something in another building. So now we can buy both. Let's buy the Dark Castle. It would just provide resources every turn. And that's it, guys. So it sounds like you're getting it. Let me know if you have any questions or suggestions or feedback. I'm gonna stop this here because I don't want to play too long. You can save the game, you can resume later. Remember to support and join my Patreon if you want to. And if you see any bugs or want to provide feedback, just click here. Thank you.